Welcome everyone. My name is Pramod Bisal, and recently I have been receiving a lot of queries regarding what really matters in the interviews and what doesn't. So I am making this video in reference to GATE PSU interviews, GATE IIT MTech interviews, and ESE interviews. In these interviews, the factors that I'm going to consider here in this video will be number one, your educational qualification. So will your 10th marks, 12th marks or BTech marks matter or not? If yes, then to what extent? Then I will talk about the gap after your BTech, maybe 1 year gap, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, which gap is normal and which gap can create a problem in your interviews, that we will discuss. And then I will talk about the internship and projects, because a lot of people who are from private colleges, they do not get good internship or they do not get any internship at all. So will that create any problem to your interviews? And then finally we will discuss about backlogs, either within 4 years or beyond 4 years. So if your degree gets extended, then what will be the impact of your extension in the interview marks, that we will discuss here. Okay, so let's start with the educational qualification. Now everything that I'm going to tell you here is based upon the official notifications issued by various institutions. So we will start with GATE PSUs. Number one is IOCL. If you look at the IOCL's notification for GATE, then you will see under educational qualification they have mentioned only BTech percentage as 65% for general and OBC, 55% for SC and ST. So that is the only thing that matters for your selection. That is the only eligibility criteria. If in your 10th and 12th, even your percentage is 40% or 50%, that is not going to disqualify you for the interview. You will still get an interview call. Rest will depend upon your GATE score and interview performance. Okay. Now, if again we take a look at NTPC's official notification, then similar thing we can realize there also, that the only educational qualification that you need is 65% in BTech for general and OBC and 55% in BTech for SC and ST. So again, the only thing that matters is your BTech percentage, nothing about 10th and 12th. If you possess this much percentage, then you will be qualified for the interview, otherwise not. Then if we take a look at the official notification of ONGC also, then under the essential qualification, the only thing that they have mentioned is 60% in your graduation. That is your BTech or other graduations which are eligible for interviews. Now you can see here in all these official notifications that the only thing which is of significance is your BTech percentage, and that too is used as a qualification criteria only. Okay, so if you possess that percentage, then you will be qualified, otherwise you will be disqualified. Your 10th and 12th percentage are of no significance in your PSU interviews. Now, will your BTech exact percentage make any difference in the interview? Then if it is more than 90%, then it will be assumed that your technical knowledge is very good and they will not ask you much questions from technical background. They will keep it more general in nature. Okay, so that is how it will help you in the interviews. If your percentage from 10th, 12th to BTech is in declining slope, okay, in 10th maybe you have got 90%, 12th 80%, and BTech maybe 60%, then there is a declining curve, and then they are definitely going to ask a question about it. You have to come up with a convincing answer, be genuine, tell them the truth, and they will consider your answer. And if you convince them, if you give a good answer, then it will not hamper your interview marks. So don't worry about that, just keep your focus on forming a good answer. Then if your BTech percentage, 12th and 10th percentage are almost similar, then it is no problem, because they will simply assume that you have done your best in all these classes, 10th, 12th and BTech, and there is nothing to worry about. If they are in increasing trend from 10th, 12th and BTech, if let's say you got 60% in 10th, 70 in 12th and 80 or 90 in BTech, then there is an increasing trend, and that will help you gain the trust of interviewers. Okay, you can tell them that you are a hard worker, you are a person who is dedicated to your cause, and everything that you tell them will help you to gain better marks in the interviews. That will develop a trust between you and the interviewers. Okay, so if there is an increasing trend, that will help you. If there is a declining trend, you have to come up with the answer. If it is constant, then there is no problem. And if even if it is very very low, then also there is no problem, as long as you do good in your interviews. Now that is for GATE PSU interviews. Now if we talk about GATE IIT MTechs, then again we will take a look at the official notification issued by IIT Bombay, and in here you can see that the only educational qualification that they have mentioned is BTech 60% for general OBC, 55% for SC/ST. So again, if you possess that criteria, then you will be eligible to appear in the interviews. Same if we take a look at official notification of IIT Delhi, then again we will see that the criteria is 60% for general OBC in BTech and 55% for SC/ST. There is no mention of 10th and 12th percentage in either of these two notifications and in other notifications also. So again, it is very imperative that your percentage in BTech will only matter. There is no problem regarding 10th and 12th percentage if you are looking for MTech admissions in IITs. Now, what really matters in IIT MTech interviews is your technical knowledge and your mathematics knowledge. So as long as you do good in that, there will be no problem regarding your percentage either in BTech or in 10th or in 12th class. Now that is about IIT MTechs. If we take a look at ESE's notification, then again the only thing that we will see under minimum educational qualification is that you possess a BTech degree. It doesn't even matter if your degree is in same domain as your exam. So for example, if I am a mechanical engineer, I can appear in the exam of civil engineer or electrical engineering or electronics engineering. There is no problem about that. There is no restriction on the percentage, not only in BTech but in 10th and 12th also. So 10th, 12th are totally irrelevant to any of the interviews that you will appear in after your BTech. The BTech percentage will play a significant role in your qualification. It will not matter in your interview performance as long as you are giving them genuine answers and you are convincing them. Okay, so that is about the ESE interviews. Now again, in ESE interviews, the one thing that they will notice is if your BTech percentage is more than 90%, then the technical content of your interview will be very, very less. They will not ask you much questions from technical side. But if it is less than 90% and if your college is private college, then obviously there will be a lot of technical content and they will ask you about the technical questions also. Okay, now that's all about the technical and educational qualification. Now let's talk about gap. If your gap after BTech is 1 year, then that is totally normal for IIT MTechs also, GATE PSUs also and ESE also, because everybody has accepted the fact that all the candidates will take at least 1 year after their college to crack these exams with a good rank. So the 1 year gap will be totally insignificant in any of these interviews. If your gap is 2 years, then well, if we talk about IIT MTechs, then no gap will matter even if it is 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, because only thing that they want and see in you is technical knowledge and mathematics knowledge. Your gap is totally insignificant to them. If it is very high, then they can ask it out of curiosity, okay, why the gap is so high, and you can explain that. Otherwise, it will not matter at all. But in case of your GATE PSUs or ESE interviews or any other job interview, if your gap is even 2 years, then it is totally acceptable. They can ask it casually, but it will not make any effect. Now, if your gap is 3 years or 4 years, then you have to come up with a solid answer. You have to convince them, okay, yes, I needed 3 years or 4 years. Either you were doing a job and you realized that the job is not good for you and you want to go for PSUs and ESE. That is totally a valid reason. Or you were doing preparation, then you have to come up with the answer. Why did it take you 3 years or 4 years to do the preparation for GATE or ESE? But as long as you are giving a convincing answer, nothing will make any difference to your interview marks. Okay, now that is about gap. So do not worry about your gap. Just make a good answer if it is more than 3 years or 4 years. So whenever you are giving an interview at any stage in your life, the only thing that will matter is your most recent experience. Okay, for example, when you take admission in class 12, the only thing that will matter is your 10th percentage. When you are taking admission in BTech, the only thing that matters is your 12th percentage. Whenever you are appearing in placements, the only thing that will matter is your BTech internship and your projects. When you are appearing in exams after BTech, the only thing that will matter is your BTech percentage. If you are appearing in anything after your MTech, then the only thing that will matter is your MTech performance. So the only thing that is important is your most recent experience. Even if it is a job experience, then that will play the significant role and most of your interview will be about your job experience only. So do not worry about these things, about gap and anything. When we talk specific about internships and projects, then during your college placements, they are important because they are the only thing based upon which you can be judged. So you should have a good internship or good projects. If not, then at least have a good technical knowledge about whatever you are putting in your CV. After your BTech, when you appear in GATE IIT interviews, then nothing will matter. Your projects and your internships are totally insignificant. Maybe they can ask few questions from your BTech project, but otherwise there will be no questions from your internship. If you are appearing in GATE PSU interviews, then they will not bother about your projects. They may ask about your internship, but again it is insignificant to them as long as your interview keeps on revolving around the technical knowledge and other things. If you have a job experience, then it will keep on revolving around your job experience. Same thing will go on for ESE interviews also. Your projects are totally insignificant. Maybe your internship is also totally insignificant. The only thing that will matter is your current knowledge and your current technical as well as general knowledge. Okay, so that is about your internships and projects. Now at the times in GATE PSU interviews, when there are two candidates with good technical knowledge and almost same experience, then what happens is they will look at your BTech percentage, they will look at your projects or internships, and they will decide based upon them which candidate to choose and which candidate to reject. But that doesn't happen very regularly, so you need not worry about that also. Okay, now finally, if we talk about any backlogs during your BTech or during your degree programs, then if you do not get any extension in your degree and there is a backlog, then it will not even matter. Nobody will care about your backlogs if your degree got completed in 4 years. Then you can totally chill about it. You can forget about your backlogs. If your degree got extended for some reason beyond 4 years, maybe 5 years or 6 years, then you will have to come up with the answer. Okay, now in IITs, they will definitely ask you why did your degree got extended. In GATE PSUs and in ESE, maybe they will ignore it because the only thing that they will look at is your degree, and the only thing that is mentioned there is passing year. Okay, so they will not care about 4-year or 5-year degrees. But in some PSUs, they have this strict criteria that your BTech should have been completed in 4 years, and the only PSU that I am aware of is BPCL. In BPCL, they had this strict criteria that if your BTech got extended beyond 4 years, then you will simply be ineligible for the interview. Otherwise, you can appear in the interview. But in any other PSU, I did not see any such criteria. So you can stay very free about that also. If you are appearing in IITs, then please make sure that you come up with something, because it is totally a technical institute and they are going to want to know about your technical background to some extent. And in GATE PSUs and ESE interviews, they can ask it casually. If there is any extension, you can explain it very convincingly. So in every of these factors, I have mentioned that you should give a convincing answer. Your answer should be genuine and it should look true. Okay, now what answers you can give, that we will discuss in separate video. Well, that's all for this video. Thank you for watching and good luck for the interviews if you're appearing in any. And if you are not, then prepare for the exams without worrying about anything. That's it. Thank you for watching. Good luck.